here, and then as soon as we're live, and I can confirm we're live, we'll just go ahead and get fucking rocking.
Perfect.
So, Mrs. Elliot, I see that we are live on Facebook. First, for being here and hanging out with me today. And before we get started, I just want to let you know kind of what the format is of my interviews, and then you can decide whether you want to continue or not. So basically, I ask you some random questions. If you don't want to answer the questions, if they're too racy for you, or you're like, I don't want people to know that information, you can just say, hey, move on, and we'll skip them. Then after I ask you those random questions, I'm going to give you a chance to provide whatever type of value you think you can provide to the world, that they're going to be like, oh my God, Alex Elliot is so valuable, we should go buy your stuff. And then right after you provide that value, we're going to talk about your offers and what people can go buy from you, all right?
Love it.
So the first question that I want to ask you is about your sexual preference, if that's all right. So
It's totally all right. I love this already.
you like girls, right?
I sure do. A lot. Yeah.
So
We can probably agree on that.
Have you ever been with a guy before?
I actually have. Yeah, I actually have.
So what do you say about the people who say that, you know, it's an abomination and you're going to hell because you like girls?
Wow. I say God bless them, you know, like that's cool. Believe what you want to believe. Like I'm so cool if you want to believe that. Not my thing, but what else, right? Like I'm not worried about it. It doesn't affect my life. I lost you. I lost sound.
Oh shit, my bad.
Oh, good. I was like, what?
You're just gonna show those people love is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, no, I can show them love. It's cool. Like I got no hate for anybody. Honestly, like it's cool. I've made my peace. I'm good.
Are you just totally open about it in your life?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I have no time for like inauthenticity. I have no time for playing games and hiding. And like I came out of the closet when I was 17. That was a long time ago. I'm not going back.
So do you feel that it hurts you in business at all? Do you feel like it costs you money being open about it?
If it does, that's okay. I'm good. Like it would cost me more to be in the closet personally, from a personal standpoint. So it doesn't bother me at all.
What do your mom and dad think about it? Are they cool about it?
They're cool. They're very cool. It took them some time, not gonna lie. I came from like a really religious household, so it took them time to like recalibrate. But my mom is absolutely in love with my wife. My dad he's kind of losing his memory, so I don't know that he knows what the heck is going on, but he's cool. He's fine. They're good.
So like you said that you figured out whenever you were 17 that, so could you talk about that a little bit? Like, was that weird? Like,
yeah. So like, back when I was 17, it was definitely not as probably accepted and like open and easy as it is now. I think kids these days probably have it a lot easier. And like I said, I came from a super religious home. So there was definitely a transition period. There was like 3 years where I was like, I don't know, like, am I going to hell? You know, cause I had that upbringing. I had that paradigm that I had grown up in. So yeah, like I definitely there was definitely an identity crisis for a good number of years before I got a handle on like, oh, I'm okay. I'm not gonna go to hell, and I'm gonna be okay, and like, you know, all that. So yeah, there's a transition for sure.
I can only imagine, you know, I grew up, my dad was a Baptist preacher and shit, and he for sure would straight tell you, you know, if you are
oh yeah,
gay, you're going to hell. So I could just assume like, so how did it, I mean, once you found out, like,
yeah.
And I'm super curious about this, by the way.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I've got a transgender employee, and I like always am asking him questions like, you know, hey, what?
Yeah, like how do you know, right?
So I guess I'm just curious, like how it went whenever like you found out, like you were like, okay, hey, I'm attracted to girls instead of guys, and like how you came out, like.
It was interesting. I think that, you know, my whole life, I think that I always knew that I was different, but like I didn't understand what it was. Like I didn't, like I said, I was like so sheltered and so brought up in this like religious bubble that I didn't even know what being gay was. Like I didn't even have language for it. It was like that sheltered. So I had no clue what this was. I just knew that like all my friends were so crazy about guys. And I was like, all right. Like, I just like, just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, huh, all right. Like, I just wasn't, I wasn't as excited as they were. But what I was really excited about was them. And I was like, okay, like, why am I so crazy about them? And they're so crazy about dudes. Like, I just couldn't put it all together and like figure it out. And, it took until I went away to university and I was like, oh, that's what's going on. Like, I figured it out at that point. And of course, like, I was crushing on a girl in university and one thing led to another and boom, there we were. And I was like, oh, this is what everybody's so excited about. Like for the first time, what my girlfriends in like junior high and high school were excited about boys, like suddenly I got that way about girls and it all kind of clicked. So yeah, I was a little bit of a late bloomer in that sense, but, and then like I spent a couple of years just kind of like just trying to figure things out. I was with guys and girls and just kind of like, am I sure? Like what's going on? That kind of thing. And yeah, it just, at some point I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like I know where I am.
So did you struggle with, coming out and being open about it, or what?
I did.
Go right
at the time. No, I definitely did. At the time I struggled. I think my parents were the hardest. Once I got over that hurdle, it was a little bit easier, but I was selective. I was totally selective about where I was out and where I wasn't out. And then at this point in my life, I'm like, I'm almost 45. Like, I'm just whatevs. Like, if you don't like me, that's cool. I'm good.
So I'm just curious about how it must have felt. Like, did you lie to people? Like, did you ever pretend to have a boyfriend, or did you tell your mom and dad, like, hey, I got a crush on this guy, or try to hide it or something?
No, I was very, like, once I decided to come out with them, I was open about it. I was, I think that when I would like be at a job and people would talk about like, oh, tell me about your boyfriend, or are you dating anybody? I'd be a little bit circumspect. I just wouldn't go there. I'd be like, oh yeah, not really dating anybody right now. Like I'm too busy, whatever. And so I would be circumspect because it just felt like it wasn't something I wanted to talk about with them. Now I'm like, everybody knows I'm married and, I have a wife and that's just part of my life.
Was there a time when you felt like there was something wrong with you, or did you just always accept?
Oh yeah, no. When I was younger, sure. I questioned, like, yeah, I definitely was worried just because I came from a hyper religious paradigm. And so clearly something must be wrong with me, right? Like that was the assumption, and kind of that was my adopted way of thinking. Once I, started thinking for myself, I began to love myself a little more.
Like I said, I've been following you some time, and I love your content. Would you say that you're, being a lesbian has actually helped you with your self-confidence?
That's a really good question. I don't know that I actually sat around and thought about it ever, but I do know that having had to be really clear about who I am and be unafraid, probably there's been some spillover. I'm certain of it. Yeah.
So what's the deal with your hair? Like, why do you shave your hair?
Honestly, I did it back when I was 22 for the first time, and it felt so good and so fun. And I tried growing it out several times, and it just, it never grew back the same. It was always like the wrong texture, it just wasn't doing all the things it used to do. And I was like, yuck, I can't stand it. So I just said, screw it, I'll just leave it.
So I'm going to get to some real questions, but I just want to ask you one more here around this topic.
Yeah.
Is it true that like in a lesbian relationship, there's a boy and a girl type of avatar?
No, I think that is like, I think that at some point that was like a useful convention for people. Like, so I think at some point there may have been a need for that kind of gender rigidity. I can tell you in my relationship and in the relationships of like my friend circle and the people I know, whatever, there's a lot of like fluidity. There's not like, I'm the boy and you're the girl. Like it doesn't, no, it's not like that at all. I think that, in some way I have masculine attributes in some ways, and I have super feminine attributes in some ways, and as does my wife, and it's very fluid. So yeah.
So tell me about your childhood, a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I got started in this space, like just as a straight affiliate marketer, like funny use the word straight after our conversation, but like just a pure affiliate marketer when I got started. So this was back in like February, March-ish of this year. And I was doing like ClickFunnels. I was doing some coaching programs, some other softwares, all kinds of different things. And started to find immense success with a Facebook group. Like I had tried other things and just, a lot of failing forward, and like just nothing took. Finally started with affiliate marketing, combined that with a Facebook group, and it literally, it started to take off. And I was like, oh crap. Okay, what's this? What's going on with Facebook groups? Like, why is the Facebook group modality taking off? Like, what's that all about? So I got ultra curious about Facebook groups, started diving in, took every course on the market, got myself like a expensive Facebook groups mentor who was just crushing it out in the like diet and health space, like a totally different space from here. Cause I wanted to understand like, what are the universal principles of like what works inside of any niche. So started studying with him and just got stupid curious, like really curious about what works, and started applying everything I was learning, tweaking, optimizing, testing. And once I really felt like I had a good handle and had really kind of developed some of my own methodology from all of this input, like, and I mixed it all up and figured it out for myself, I was like, I need to publish this. I need to like tell people this, because I had a bunch of people in my group who were like, what are you doing? Why are you getting so much success? What's happening here? And I'm like, I'm not 100% sure. I'm still figuring it out. Once I got to a point where I felt like I was figuring it out, I was like, all right, I'm ready to release this. So put it all into something called the One Group Away Challenge, which was my little tip of the hat to the One Funnel Away Challenge. I know you took the One Funnel Away Challenge. You actually took it, I think, a month before I did. And you crushed it. You were like one of my heroes. I was like, oh, that dude, he made it. Yeah, exactly. So I went through the One Funnel Away Challenge, and I was like, I decided to believe. I decided to believe that it was possible for me. And, went through that. So decided to kind of call it the One Group Away Challenge as my tip of the hat to the One Funnel Away Challenge. And it's cool because we go through the 3 phases of group growth, engagement, and monetization. That first phase is all about building your foundation, attracting your group members, kind of growing your solid basis. And then you move into really serving your face off with people, doing the interviews, asking people what they want, giving them the trainings and content, all that fun stuff, getting them wildly engaged and priming them to buy from you as the group leader, as that kind of de facto authority in the space. And then the final challenge, or the final phase of the challenge, is the monetize, automate, and outsource section, which is everybody's favorite, right? All your hard work comes to fruition. And so that's the third phase that we cover. So it's a lot of fun, and we're getting people a lot of results, which is a blast. So I'm excited about that.
I'm curious, are you always just fucking energetic, or is this just a persona for?
I am. Well, here's the thing. So I talk about this in my challenge. I know that you're not a marketer. I'll acknowledge that. But I think we all kind of have what I would call like an attractive character, right? And so your attractive character really should be super authentic to who you are. And Steve Larson, I think, said it best when he's like, it should be you, but louder, right? So you, but a little bit louder. And this is me, but a little bit louder. So if I was constantly this animated, when I went out to my friends, with my friends to brunch or something, they'd probably like backhand me and be like, dude, shut up. You're annoying, right? Like, I get it. But on video, on like things like this is what captures people. You have to understand, we're inside of this medium. People are scrolling. They've all got scoliosis. And the only way to stop them is to, So it's a little bit of that. It's also me. So it's just me, but a little louder.
So I don't really wear this hat in public. I just wear it.
Right. Exactly. It's your attractive character. I got you. I feel you, man. I feel you.
So I'm curious, whenever you were younger, like whenever you were a child, what did you aspire to? What were your dreams that you thought, hey, when I grow up, I'm going to be this?
Yeah. What do I want to be when I grow up? So I always wanted to be a writer. That was literally I always wanted to be a writer, like a famous writer. That was my dream when I was growing up. And I actually went, and my first bachelor's degree was in creative writing. Like that was going to be my path. Absolutely going to be my path. Didn't turn out that way. I get to write a lot still. I write a ton, but now it's emails and posts and things like that. It's just not my novel,
So what about your education? What would you say that you are as far as like what you do?
Like, what the heck am I? Like,
are you a fucking marketer or what?
I think that, so I would call myself, definitely there's parts of me that are a marketer. But I would say like I'm an online educator. Like I literally educate people on how to leverage Facebook groups for their businesses right now. So online educator, definitely online. That's how I market my programs. But yeah, and I think I'm still a work in progress. I'm still kind of figuring out all the things that I want to do in this space.
Well, I'm super pumped to have you here because I know you're going to bring so much fucking value and do this online education, and you're going to tell people a lot of secrets that every time I watch her live, I learn something. So
thank you.
But before we get into you providing value, I kind of would love to know, who are your heroes?
Oh, that's a good question, man. Who are my heroes? So honestly, like I'm going to talk living heroes, and I'm going to talk living heroes in this space actually to make it really relatable to people. So I got to meet one of my heroes this past weekend. Definitely Kathryn Jones. Like, oh my gosh, she is so bright, so smart, so strategic, so thoughtful. So like, I just cannot go on and on. We got a chance to talk for a really long time on multiple occasions this past weekend. And she's such an incredible storyteller, right? And so thoughtful about the way she crafts her stories. And I think the writer in me loves the way she tells stories with her videos. So, and I just got to learn a little bit and kind of pick her brain and see how she thinks. And definite storytelling hero for sure, Kathryn Jones. And then who else? Oh my God, like I could go on and on. I'm just gonna be super strategic about who I choose here. I think Steve Larsen. Steve Larsen's another big hero for me. Steve Larsen's very, like, he does the work. He just does the work. Like he there's no shortcuts. There's no anything. He does the fucking work and he reaps the rewards. And I love that about him. There's no fluff. There's no anything. He provides unbelievable value. I love it. He's somebody to emulate in the space.
So do you think storytelling and marketing is bullshit? Or do you think that you should tell stories in marketing, or do you think that that's bullshit?
So here's what I think. I think that the human animal has evolved to pay attention to story, right? I think that as we evolve from like, tribal hunter-gatherer type people all the way throughout history, stories were what kept us bonded. Stories were what kept us safe. They kept us, they told us who we are. They gave us a sense of identity, a sense of place, a sense of community, a sense of purpose, like all of those things. Even a story such as like, hey, don't go to that spot by the river because that's where the gator lives. Like that keeps you from dying, right? Like, so story has always played this role in our evolution. And so we're wired for story. We're literally wired to pay attention. So I think that it's really important particularly when you're teaching. Dean Graciosi talks about this. He's like, when you're teaching people a concept, don't go right for the kill. Don't just go for the concept. If you don't couch your concept in story, people won't remember it. It's in and out. It's like literally in and out. If you actually want them to remember it and you want them to apply it, relate it to a story, couch it in a story, and then they'll remember the lesson. That's why like parables are so powerful, because we remember the lesson from the story. So I think that it can be really powerful. It can be extremely powerful, particularly as an educator. I think that, obviously we all know hook, story, offer. And I think that can be powerful sales messaging, but beyond sales messaging, I think it's powerful teaching. I think it's really powerful teaching.
So on that hook, story, offer, like these fucking marketers out there, they teach you to tell stories in your marketing, and they teach you that what you want to do in your marketing is to get people on an emotional roller coaster, right? Get people happy and then sad. Don't you think that's,
Sure.
do you feel that that's a little bullshit
I think that it can be. So I think that if you are, let's say, intentionally kind of manipulative and non-truthful, then absolutely, I think that can be it's kind of like this. It's like, a cargo van. I'm going to use this example. A cargo van can be amazing. It can take things from place to place. It can be super helpful. It can carry kids to school. It can take supplies to like a disaster zone. Like it can do amazing things. You can also pack a cargo van full of explosives and drive it into a crowd, right? Like you can do terrible things with a cargo van. So like the story in marketing itself is, I don't know if that's the problem. It's the misuse of it. Maybe it's the intent behind it. It's the way in which it's loaded with something or the other. So I think if you're using story because you have something that you absolutely know can change people's lives and you're marketing it to the correct person, it can be valuable. I think when you're intentionally manipulating people for the wrong reasons, that's problematic, hugely problematic.
So you're a super ethical marketer. So this question,
oh yeah,
I probably know your answer to this question, but if you could pack a cargo van full of fucking explosives and just go blow somebody up, anybody, and get away with it, like no one would ever know, who would you blow
I still
up?
wouldn't do it. No, still wouldn't do it.
All
I
right.
just, because I would know. And that's the problem. I would know. Yeah, no, couldn't do it.
So what's your educational background? Were you formally educated in
Yeah. So I have 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree. I'm a board certified nurse practitioner. That's what I was in my professional life before kind of coming on over into this really fun, amazing online world. So, you know, I, for 10 years was taking care of patients in the clinic and, you know, writing prescriptions and all that fun stuff. And I was an ICU nurse for many years. I've bagged more bodies than I care to admit. So I'm very familiar with life and death and all that fun stuff. So that was my world for a good long time, but I was always trying. I spent 14 years trying to get here, 14 years trying to make it online, you know, in my nights and weekends. And I was going to do Amazon FBA and I was going to do eBay or, you know, whatever. I was just trying to make it work, you know, and this incarnation happened to be that stuck 14 years later. So here we are.
Formal education, like you didn't get a degree in marketing, you got a degree in nursing.
Yeah, no, I never got a business degree or a degree in marketing. No, none of that. I was a nurse practitioner. I was a nurse and then a nurse practitioner. That was my formal education. Yeah, that was it.
That's awesome. So I want to get to the point where you can provide value to everybody, but I want to ask you one more question, and hopefully you'll answer the question. And hopefully it'll be great. It will be a great time for you to do that marketing and tell a story. All right.
Sure.
But I'd love to know about the darkest moment of your life. Like what has been the darkest moment of your life?
That is
Have
such
you ever
a
thought
phenomenal.
about killing yourself, or you know, like?
I have. I actually have.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, so the man, it's actually
Feel free to
funny
cry
that you
if
asked.
want to, you know, real tears, that will help for sure. People will buy your shit if you cry.
I promise not to cry. I am going to take off my jewelry because it's easier. All right. So it's funny that you asked that question because I don't know that I can point to one moment. There have been a couple. I will select one of them. I think one of the darkest moments was finding myself homeless and living in my car after having been a drug addict for 2 years and having run through all of my money. This was the 3rd apartment I was kicked out of, the 3rd job I had lost. And I think that was rock bottom. I realized like I had nowhere to go. I had no money. I had nothing. I had my car and all my shit. And there I was living in the North Street Beach in Chicago in my car. That was where I lived because that was where there was a public shower. And so I showered every day there and lived in my car and tried to figure out how the fuck to get clean and figure out my life. So that was one of the darkest moments of my life. And that was age 21. Yeah, that was a while ago.
You were homeless and a drug addict. What was your drug of choice? Like what drug did you like?
I actually, it started innocently enough, you know, I was just rolling in clubs, like whatever, you know, just taking
ecstasy.
Yes, it started there. And then I got super into Coke. Like I liked Coke so much more than anything else in my life. It got crazy and it just took me on a path. I think it's funny because I've talked to a lot of people who were like, they can take it or leave it. With me, I couldn't take it or leave it. I was only take, and it was take and take and take and take and take and take. And it would be 3 days later and I'd still be taking and I'd be awake and it was crazy. And it just took so much back from me. And so it ended just going down a really dark road. And thankfully I never got into opioids or anything like that. Nothing that was, you know, physically addicted, but I think I became immensely psychologically addicted to Coke and just that feeling. So that I was a bartender at the time, and whatever I made and more, I spent on it. It was crazy. It was a dark time. Dark.
So I'm curious about why you were a drug addict. I mean, typically people turn to drugs because like me, I've been an addict before. And I did a lot of Coke and all sorts of drugs. That was because I was trying to get away from pain that I had from my dad being so abusive. So like, what was your driving factor?
Yeah. So, like you, I had an extremely abusive father. Same thing. So I grew up with like just a heavily abusive household, which is funny because we both came from very religious households that were both very abusive. Yeah, interesting. So there was that. There was just, I think, an extreme insecurity, which of course, you know, the Coke was great because it made me feel like I could run the world, right? And I know I had never felt that way before. I was always so insecure. So it gave me this false sense of security, I think. And I think that's what I was craving.
So you were basically trying to get rid of your pain from the abuse. So
Yeah.
so I'm curious now, and I was going to go into this value shift, but now you've got me curious because
Yeah.
you know, we're kind of like kindred spirits, I guess. So
Here we are.
How do you deal from going from this abusive childhood to deal with all this fucking petty shit? Like, how do you deal with people that?
Yeah.
How do you deal with people that can't take the fuck word or that have such fucking petty problems? And how do you like show them love whenever you know like all the shit that you went through and you know what real problems are?
Yeah, I think that I've just come to a point in my life where it's like, and this doesn't happen overnight, and you know this. I mean, like, I've been through a lot of therapy. I've been through, you know, I've done the work. I've done the work on me. I've done the work on my mindset, on my heart, to get to a point where, like, I love myself. I'm good. I'm whole, I guess. And what that means for me being whole is I'm okay if you don't like me. Like, I'm okay. It does not gonna, like, the world's not gonna fly off its axis. Like, I'm good. And, you know, like, I let you go. Like, I can just let go really easily. Like, I'm cool. And if somebody doesn't want to be a part of my world for one reason or another, like, bless and release. Like, that's it. I just let it go. So, and it's not every day. It's not that it doesn't get to me. It does. There are things that definitely get to me, but at the end of the day, like, my peace, my sanity, my well-being is so much more important than whatever. That it's cool. And I mean, I have to say, like, I know that you too, you're just like yourself. You're just like, whatever, you know, like, leave me, like, take it or leave it. Here I am. And I respect that. It's, you have to kind of get to that point where it's like, I'm going to be here. I'm going to provide value. I'm going to do my thing. You'll agree or you won't. And that's cool. And what else, you know?
Well, I look at the world like we're all ants. Like, everybody's a fucking ant. So why would I care what an ant thinks about me? But I'm curious, you know, coming from an abuse background, did you ever blame yourself, or like, there was times where you had all this, like, you felt, you must have felt that was a bad thing, right? And you probably used that abuse to justify your actions and not doing the right thing in life.
I think for sure. I spent a lot of time in victim mentality. Definitely. I think I spent the first 25 years of my life in victim mentality, and it felt justified, right? Like, when you are victimized, victim mentality feels justified. And from an objective standpoint, you go, yeah, you were victimized. Like, you have a right to be angry. You have a right to be hurt. You have a right to feel, you know, whatever, rage and pain. I think at some point, and I don't really know exactly when this point was, but at some point during my, like, the work I'm doing in my head and heart, I realized that, like, while it was justified, it wasn't actually serving me. Like, it wasn't getting me anywhere. It wasn't actually, like, giving me energy to move forward. And so at some point I just had to, like, let it go and just be like, all right, it's on me. Like, I'm not going to sit around and blame my lack of success on, like, whatever happened to me in the past. Like, I have to fucking own this, and I have to move forward, and it's on me. And he goes through bad things. Like, I just let it go at some point, you know?
So I know you have so much value to give, and you can help people make so much fucking money from your Facebook groups and shit like that. But before we get into that, I just want to ask you a little bit more about this, because I think that this is way more valuable than people fucking making.
Oh yeah, look, I could talk whatever all day long, you know? Yeah.
So people who have been abused and shit, like, can you walk them through, like, your process and the pivotal moment, like, if you can, of how you got over that trauma and how you decided that you get to make your own life and your past is addictive.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it justice truthfully, but I will say there's a guy, his name is Wes something, and I can't think of his name right now. I can look it up for you guys and, like, come back and drop it in the chat. Or Wes Chapman, maybe is his name, Wesley Chapman. And he talks about, you know, and this is a guy who went through, like, hell. Like, he was, like, sexually abused as a child, like, really awful stuff. And he deals with kids who've gone through trauma and helps them overcome. And he talks about literally like, you know, there's an intentional moment where you simply put the victim to bed and you choose and you decide to wake up your internal hero instead. And you literally say like, I'm going to be a superhero. I just decided. It's a decision. And you just simply say, and the word decide is amazing. You know, the word decide, decision is related in Latin to the word incision, to cut away, to simply remove that identity, that victim identity as an option anymore, and simply like choose and say, you know, fuck it. I am going to be my own hero. I'm not going to wait for somebody to come and save me. I'm not going to sit around and crying about the past. That's not going to fix anything. I'm going to choose to be my own hero. I'm going to choose to like star in my own Hollywood ending, right? And make something happen for myself. Because at the end of the day, like I get my pity party, right? And I'm not saying it, you know, whatever happened isn't serious, because it was. I mean, I get it. Trust me, like I have trauma still. I get it. But the question again is like, does that serve me? Like, does focusing on that serve me? And like, I couldn't find a yes to that question. I couldn't. The only yes I could find, like what serves me is choosing to move forward in spite of, and choosing to rewrite the fucking script and be someone else, be someone who's empowered, not be someone who's disempowered, be someone who's a victor, not a victim. Like just choose that and walk in that way. So for me, it was just a very clear decision about identity. Like, who did I want to identify as?
So do you look back now at your past and are you thankful that, are you thankful? Do you look at the abuse that you went through as an advantage or a disadvantage?
Advantage, absolutely. Like I'm not in any way like regretful, or I don't look back and be like, oh, I wish it used to be different, or any of that. You know, I'm reading an amazing book. It's called The Values Factor by Dr. John DeMartini. And in it, he talks about our voids create our highest values. And the premise of the book is basically like, wherever you've experienced lack in your life, your desire is going to create this immense, like this value in your life where you're going to pursue the crap out of it. So for example, part of the reason I'm so into creating tribes online and creating online communities is because my family was fucking shit. That's why. You know what I mean? Like, so I wouldn't have what I have now if I hadn't experienced that void and that pain. So that void became my greatest asset later in my life. And you know, I think when you begin to actually look at your life in that way and you go, oh, because we grew up like, and I felt poor my whole life, now I'm motivated to create wealth. That's awesome. You know, like there, so my greatest voids become my greatest values. And I think it's a really powerful paradigm. Like when you realize that and you go, oh crap, that's awesome. I can be grateful for every thing that happened in my life. That's awesome. So
I'm gonna let you provide a shit ton of value that these people want. But I think, me personally, I think that's the most valuable thing that we could get out there, is to let people know that if you come from you have these demons, and like if you have this pain inside you, that the best thing that you could do is do what you just said and look at that shit as an advantage. You know, don't look at it as
flip the script.
Just look at it, be happy about it, right?
Yeah. Flip the script. I think, you know, one of the books that helped me the most with this, I listened to this book actually on Audible 9 times in a row. And that sounds insane. And I get it. And the did it though is because I was trying to download like a new operating system into my brain. I was like, if I can just get this to like go deep enough inside of my soul, like this is going to fix me. And honestly, it was probably one of the most powerful things I ever did. And it was the book by Ryan Holiday, The Obstacle is the Way, The Timeless Art of Turning Trials into Triumphs. Such an incredible book. And so I just kept listening to it like over and over and over again on Audible for 9 times, just, you know. And he really talks about, he's like, stop looking for angels to come and save you. Start looking for angles, right? Not angels. You're looking for angles, man. Take what you got and like turn it on its head, flip the script, make it your advantage, you know? And so really starting to think in that way is extremely powerful.
So how much of your past and this pain is incorporated into your marketing story? Because I don't talk about mine, and I
I was going to say, I don't think much at all. I don't, and I'm going to just be really, really honest with you right now. It's funny. This is a conversation I had with my coach the other day. And that is like, I've told like people in my tribe, they, for the most part, they know my story, and the story that they know is one part of my story. They don't know all of my story. I have not felt empowered or maybe safe enough or whatever the word is to really kind of tell my entire like gruesome story. That hasn't come out yet. And I was actually talking to my coach about that. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest. I've been scared. I've been scared to tell my whole story. I have not felt yet safe enough to tell my whole story. And she's like, it'll come. You need to tell it. It's powerful. You need to tell it. I'm going to help you tell it. We're going to help you get to a place where you feel safe. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's all come out yet. Definitely. I know it hasn't. And it's not something I've leveraged at all. I know that when I feel ready to tell that story, it will be impactful. It will be helpful. I need to tell it in a way that is, that's safe. And it's not a marketing story, because that's not what it is. It's just the story of how one person overcame odds to and switched her mindset to be able to finally like get where she wanted to go, right? Which is a universal story. That's all.
Do you see it coming out sometime in the future? Because I've been debating myself. Like I have so many stories that like literally I can just go on a Facebook Live and tell one of my stories, and fucking this emotional shit that marketers say to do, I can fucking put people in tears like that.
Yeah, no, you can kill them. I know.
I've been so hesitant to do it because, you know, like, so do you think it's something that people like us should go in and explore and do and just fucking let our demons out there and use that to our advantage to sell shit?
Well, I mean, that's the part that so the first part of it, where I think it is valuable is in establishing real human connection and real relationship with your audience, establishing, you know, a common ground, because the sad news is you and I aren't the only one, right? So it's establishing a common ground. It's saying, hey guys, I am everything like you. I have been through all the bullshit. I have, you know, I suffered just like you, like all of that is real for me too. I'm not some like guru, who doesn't know what it is to suffer, right? So I think in that way, it builds amazing trust and relationship. Where I think, you know, the second half of what you said, like to sell shit, I don't think you should tell these stories to sell shit. I think you should tell these stories when you're ready, if you're ready ever, to build relationship and to, for lack of a better word, to give people hope and to say, hey, you can go through a ton of shit and still figure your way out, right? And still be empowered and not be a victim. And, you know, that's where I see it. I don't see it as like, yeah, hey, I went through lots of shit by my stuff. Like, you know, like that doesn't feel good.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be straightforward. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go tell stories about.
Definitely going to do that. Right?
At the end of it, I'm going to be like, it's okay, guys, you can buy my stuff.
Right,
so,
right.
This is amazing to actually hear this story, and I'm so glad that you're open to share it, because, you know, like I said, I've been following you for like a year, and I've never heard anything. Like, I never heard you talk about this. But what would you say is like almost 2020, what would you say to the fucking person out there on the internet that doesn't have a Facebook?
Oh my gosh. So it's almost 2020. This is what I would say. I would say, guys, back in May of 2019, Facebook came out and they announced like a massive decades-long push towards Facebook groups. So, I mean, we're looking at a long, very intentional slog towards the elevating of groups in the Facebook ecosystem. Meaning, if you are a group owner, if you, you know, make the effort now to create this asset, and I don't think you should just have a Facebook group. I think you should also leverage that to create an email list on the back end, because we all know like Zuck could snap his fingers like Thanos and the whole platform could disappear or whatever. So you want to definitely leverage it to be building an off-platform list. But I do think that I happen to know, actually, one of my mentors, the guy I was talking about in the health space, he's taking part in a pilot program right now. There's only 5 Facebook group owners on earth involved in this pilot program. And he's one of them, where they are literally paying, they're running like, it's like ads inside of the group. And what's happening is he's getting paid almost like a blog owner to run ads. He's getting paid for the space inside of his group from Facebook. So they're placing ads in his group. He's getting paid like a blog owner for that ad revenue, a percentage of that ad revenue. That's freaking dope. Like if you're a group owner, so they're piloting this project, don't know when it's going to roll out. They're just looking for results and trying to figure out, are the group owners happy? Like what's the consensus? But like they're testing so many different things coming down the pike right now with groups that, we're kind of like at groups, ground zero, groups, ground floor opportunity kind of thing. I feel like there's just so many incredible opportunities. In fact, Facebook ads platform is rolling out the opportunity to boost posts now from within your group, right? Like imagine to retarget to your group. Imagine, John, you could retarget everybody in my group. Amazing. Yeah, right. You come into my group, wait for it. You come into my group, do a webinar, do a pitch, and then you can retarget everybody in my group. Sick. Like, and not just everybody who watched the video, but like everybody. Like, that's really cool. So there's all kinds of cool things coming out where as advertisers, marketers, et cetera, it's going to be very empowering to with the groups platform, but for group owners, same thing. So I feel like it's another opportunity to ride a wave, get in early, because this has just been announced a couple of months ago, and build your tribe. What an intimate, cool setting, the Facebook group setting. I always talk about it, it's like a high powered, like high converting sales funnel. They come in, exchange an email address for a lead magnet. That's your opt-in page. They come into your group. You're providing all kinds of value, all kinds of know, like, and trust factors being built, yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, you make an offer and money drops out the bottom of the funnel. It's amazing. Like that is a Facebook group. That's how I look at Facebook groups, as high converting sales funnels. They're also like a living, breathing, three-dimensional email list, right? Imagine like, right now, just to get in the inbox is a royal fight. Then you have to fight 30 other marketers for attention with your subject line just to get somebody to click on your freaking email. Then you got to make sure your copy's good enough that they're actually going to click on some link embedded in your copy to go do the thing you're asking them to do. Whereas as a group owner, I can literally hit go live and boom, I've just popped up on everybody's phone, everybody's computer, and they see me go live like, oh, what's Alex doing? What's going on? Boom, they pop in. Why do they care? Because we've established this intimacy, this relationship, this connection, like what we're doing right now. We're actually establishing real human connection. So now I'm not just some jerk in their email box. I'm like a real human being that they want to actually know what's going on. And then I go in and I actually serve my face off and like teach them stuff for free. Oh my gosh. And then I make an offer. Yeah. The ascension of that relationship from free to like honest dollar driven value exchange is so easy and so simple. So as a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, product owner, like it's just such a great way to connect with your target audience, serve them, as well as like get feedback, man. Instant freaking feedback. Like you want to know, what do you guys want to learn next? What cool software can I create for you next? How can I serve you? I mean, they'll tell you right there. It's so perfect. Like I geek out on this stuff. I love it. It makes me excited.
I can tell fucking groups are your thing. I can tell that you have a passion for it. So do you do free groups or paid groups? Because I only have paid groups. Like I have to make me $50,000 a month every single month, but you got to pay to get in them. So what do you?
Yeah. Love it. So I have the way I see free groups are my lead pool. Like that's my lead pool. People come into my lead pool. I get 20, 30 targeted leads every single day. Thank you, Facebook, coming right into my group just because it's, I've got it engineered in the right way. It's engaged. And so the engagement itself pulls in lots more leads. So that's my lead pool. And then I serve in there for free. We take people through, we're actually reconstructing the process right now. So it's not live, but we have been and will again be taking people through a very intentional, what I would call like introduction / orientation process. And so when they come in the group, we're gonna ask them a couple of questions. We're gonna kind of try to figure out how can we best serve you. Are you more interested in X or are you more interested in Y? Cool. Hey, and the third question, hey, where can I send you this really cool free thing? We're gonna collect the lead, right? They're gonna come in based on the answers to their questions. I'm gonna funnel them through the group in one way or another. Hey, if you're interested in X, come on over here. I'm going to have my VAs like tagging them in a specific training just for them. Cause like they've spoken up. They've said, yeah, I'm interested in X. Cool. I did this 15-minute pure value, no pitch training on X, right? If somebody says they're interested in Y, same thing. We're going to have VAs tagging them on the Y training and just pure value. And then, you know, we're going to have them inside of a bot sequence as well, and giving them even additional training, additional stuff for free. At some point, we will invite them to take that relationship further if they'd like, and, you know, take an opportunity to have one of the paid products. But that's going to be, you know, an invitation after we've led with value. Gary Vee always talks about, you know, he who leads with value wins. So we're going to lead with value in the paid group, and then invite them into, or excuse me, in the free group, and then invite them into a paid product, which includes a group as well.
So it seems like you're an advocate of having both of them. The free group is a way to get people in, and then essentially.
Free group is top of funnel. It's top of funnel, the free group, and then we're ascending them. Yeah, absolutely.
You're totally the fucking value-driven marketer, right? And it doesn't.
I'm a value-driven organic marketer right now. I will say I am looking into paid. I'm doing some forays into paid soon, and I really want to learn the paid side of things, because I feel like I've dialed in the organic side pretty well. So I'd like to kind of balance out my knowledge base, if nothing else.
But what I'm saying here, when I'm saying you're the value-driven marketer, you're all in for fucking providing as much value and giving people stuff for free. Now you're kind of like famous in your own little, I mean, you have a loyal tribe of fans.
Right.
Like if I were to go on Facebook and talk shit about you, I would have people mail me fucking dog shit.
They'd be sending you steaming piles of dog shit. Yeah.
So I think because of that, you have an advantage where you just know that if you provide value for free, people are going to buy your stuff. So what about somebody just getting started? How can they?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I guess I'll use myself as an example. When I first got started, John, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't have any value to provide. I was like, oh no, what all this is, like, here I am. Hey, I need to make money. Like I was just like everybody else. Did not know. I didn't know my ass from my elbow in this space, truthfully. So, I mean, I had been trying to make it online for a long time. Didn't have any wins under my belt. I had no notches in my belt. I had nothing. So I was like on equal footing with everybody starting right now. And what I did, this is exactly the model that I use. If anybody wants to use this, have at it. So basically what I did was I entered the One Funnel Away Challenge, which gave me both, I think Belief Week was really powerful for me because it knocked over a lot of limiting beliefs that I had about if it was possible for me. Once that was kind of dealt with, I was like, okay, I see people all around me having success. If they can do it, I can do it, right? So I got that belief. That was number one. Number two, I started literally looking around, like, what are the other top affiliate marketers in my space doing? So, I mean, you know what I did? No kidding. I made an Excel spreadsheet. I put like Spencer, Rachel, Chris Fong, Zeky Ahmed, like I put all of them, Doug Boughton, like was putting everybody in this spreadsheet. Like, what are they doing? Okay. Do they have a YouTube channel? Do they have Twitter? Do they have whatever? Oh shit. They all have Facebook groups. Okay, cool. Let me like look into that deeper. So when I realized like the common denominator was they all had these vibrant Facebook groups in which they were providing tons of value, doing all these trainings and interviews. Oh, and then they were making offers and like a portion of people were like that. That was it. Like, I just realized that was the formula. So started modeling what works. I Doug Boughton was a huge, for me, like a huge early model. I watched him. He was in the OFA too. And I watched him every single day. He would do like an OFA recap. So what he would do is he'd like watch the OFA videos. He'd watch the videos from Russell, from Steve, from Julie. He would go and implement in his business. And then at night he'd come live and he'd be like, okay, this is the summary of what we learned today. This is what I did in my business. Now let's workshop it in your business, guys. And he just like workshop it with people in their business. And I was like, I can fucking do that. like I can do that.
I did the same thing. Like I would just live stream watching their videos. Like my content would be, I'm going to watch them. I'm live streaming watching it. You guys watch.
There you go. Like that's content, people. It's not hard. So honestly, like legit, I reached out to Doug and I was like, Doug, look, I'm not trying to steal your show, but do you mind if I kind of model and do the same thing? Like I'll put my spin on it. I'm not even going to watch your stuff. Like I saw what you did, but it's kind of going to be similar. Are you cool? He's like, not only am I cool, here, I'll give you my slides template. Go for it. And I was like, dude, you're so awesome. So he sent me a slides template and I just went for it. And I made my group all about like, let's do the OFA together. Like that was my first iteration of my Facebook group was like, let's do the OFA together. So if people signed up with my link, then they would get me holding their hand throughout the entire 30 days. Like, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to implement it in my business. I'm going to show you what I did. And then I'm going to help you implement it in yours. That was the promise. Like, that was it. And like, that's how I started earning my money in this space. So I didn't have anything of my own to teach. but I modeled what was working, put my own kind of insights and my own takeaways, and Doug's takeaways were different. Doug was a designer. I'm not a designer. Like Doug had more experience than me. I didn't have, but what I did have was, you know, I'm a creative writer. I had like other stories to tell. I kind of saw things in a different way. It was easy for me to create those epiphany bridge scripts, that kind of thing. So I brought my own secret special sauce to the equation, and it worked.
So were you ever like scared that you were going to provide all this free value to people and it was just going to be a waste of time? That you were just going to waste all your time and weren't going to get paid from it? You would just be providing free value and not have anything to sell to people?
No, because for me, how I did it was, you know, oh, there you are. Look, it's a picture. So how I did it was, hey guys, here, you know, here's my free group. This is what I'm doing over here in my paid group. So I would give them like a little taste, a little snippet, a little whatever. And then my paid group was for the breakdown. And the paid group was just, you just had to be one of my OFA affiliates. So all you had to pay was like just buy the OFA through my link. And then, you know, you get me for 30 days. So that value was mostly associated. But in my free group, I was like, guys, it's $100 stinking dollars. You're going to get me for an entire month for $100 stinking dollars. Here's a little snippet. So I do little snippets and I'd be like, this is what you're going to get. And I provide 15 minutes of value. Like, here's a cut from what we just did last night. And I'd give them a little taste, a little appetizer of the whole meal over in the paid group.
So how much time should somebody who's just starting out, how much time should they expect to invest in providing value to people before they should for money?
That's a really good question. I think you want to do it.
I know like what happens
concurrent.
People start, right? And then they fucking give up. And so if we could set a benchmark, like,
I think you do it concurrently. I think my answer is going to be complicated, not complicated, but concurrent. So in essence, you want to be providing some measure of free value, but you don't want to give away the farm, and you don't want to devalue your own time. So in essence, you know, they always say like, teach like for free, give them the what, and paid, give them the how. So in essence, teach people, you know, the strategy, show them here, this is the thing. And if you want to go do it yourself, there you go. Here's the thing, go do it yourself. If you would like my time, my help, my coaching, my support, my whatever, you know, you want me to do it with you, you want me to do it for you, that's where you start getting into the paid stuff, because that's your time, that's your energy, that's your coaching, that's your all that. If you just want to like give them the strategy, be like, here it is, black and white, here's everything, have at it. That's cool. That's the stuff you can give away for free. You know, Gary Vee, I love him. He says, I could give you everything. I could give you my whole literally give you my whole business, and 99.9% of you would do nothing with it. So it doesn't matter if I give you everything. The point is not more information. So it's on you. It's the implementation. So literally you can never give away too much, because people, you'll give it to them, they won't do anything with it. They just won't. That's the nature of human beings. So you charge for the, you know, give them the DIY, but charge for the DFY and D with Y, like done for you and done with you. So that's my philosophy.
Do you ever feel like you're going to run out of value? Like, how do you continue to provide new content to people?
I invest in myself constantly. So I'm not the kind of person who makes a lot of money in this space and goes and like spends it on a Lambo. Literally almost everything I've made this year has gone to one of two places: to pay off student loan debt, or to reinvest in myself and my business, like in coaching and in learning. And so I am learning every single day. On my desk, I probably have, between that stack and that stack, I have 30 books. I'm in coaching programs. I'm constantly feeding my head. And what happens when you do that is like your ideas have like idea sex, and they make idea babies, and it's the coolest thing. And like all these cool ideas start to happen, and like things cross pollinate, and then you can just teach more stuff. And it's this beautiful, never ending story of learning and value and teaching. And I love that. And so I see myself as a perpetual learner and teacher. That's it. Yeah.
And just to be clear, you just said that.
I just said idea sex.
Your ideal sex. Do they have straight sex or lesbian sex?
You know, I haven't really sat around and watched. I don't know. They're probably having all the sex that's possible, and then they're making very cool idea babies. All I know is I'll wake up at 3 a.m. with an idea baby, and I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. Yeah. Exactly.
So on this topic of giving away, you can give away everything for free. I have to go pee real quick, and I want to give you a chance because I know that you have an amazing offer where you can help people.
Sure.
I want to give you a chance just to have at it and give these, everybody out there some actionable steps that they can go in and do, and they provide back to them.
Absolutely. So I love that. Go pee. You're good. So here's the thing, guys. I can't see the questions thread. That's number one. So I don't know if there are questions, but I definitely want to ask questions or answer questions. So when John gets back, we'll definitely make time for answering questions. I just want to say that now, because I know we haven't really dove in and answered any questions. Number two, I did not know I was going to be teaching today. So this is going to be straight up off the cuff. And I think what I'm going to do is do something really actionable for you guys. I'm going to share my screen. Let's just start there. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys something fun. So when John gets back, he's going to wonder what the heck we're doing here. Let me come. I have two screens. I got to pick the right one. Hold, please. All right, here we go. Sharing that screen. Can you guys see? Let's see what you guys can see. I don't even know what you guys can see. Let's bring this over here because I want you to see my Facebook. All right. So, share window is closed. It says, hold on, guys. I'm breaking the internet. Hold. Here we go. I think we're back. Okay. I think you guys can see my stuff. So here's the deal. This is how I use Facebook to serve me a never ending stream of engaging content. All right. So I'm just going to literally doing this on the fly. I'm scrolling. Now, what am I looking for? I'm not looking for any sort of shared post. This would be like a shared post, right? So it comes from some other site. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for sponsored ads, right? I'm not looking for any of this. What I'm looking for is a motivational post. Okay, here we go. So we have one here. Self-confidence is a superpower. Start believing in yourself and watch the magic start happening. This is kind of like some kind of motivational, entrepreneurial motivational quote, something like that. So this might be something that I'm looking for. I'm just going to continue to see if I can find something that actually fits the criteria I'm looking for. So I don't know if we can do this on the fly. Looking. I'm not sure I'm going to find it. We'll see, because I want you to see what I'm talking about. I know where I can find one. So yesterday, I saw one on this person's profile, and I'm doing this for time's sake. Usually I just scroll. I happen to know that this person, Sharon Marie, drops posts that get a lot of engagement, right? So what you're looking for is you're looking for a post that's applicable across the board to your audience, but that gets just mad engagement. Look at this. But I had some major aha moments. This week I'm on it. Who's with me? So super broad, vague, general type of post, but excellent for the entrepreneurial make money on space, for the make money online space, for the health space, the diet space, you can kind of massage this sort of thing. But the fact that it got 291 comments, 242 reactions, and 1 share, that tells me this type of post is doing well. So what I do, come over here to this little 3 dots, right? And I go save post. You guys with me? 3 dots, save post. Then what I do is I'm going to add it to a collection. You see right there, add to collection. So you go add to collection. And then I'm going to look for, I have where's my little, so I have content ideas. I also have, I save competitor ads. I save engaging posts. So this would probably go in engaging posts, right? So I have an engaging posts collection. If you don't have a collection, you would just, it's going to take you to my collection. I'll show you where you can find this stuff. So literally, this is where, if you're on the homepage, come over here to saved. See right there? You'll see all of your collections. And this is where you can save engaging posts, things that you might want to post in your group, right? To get engagement, or things you want to post on your profile to get people to look at you, to get more eyeballs on your profile. So, right here, all these different inside of engaging posts, you'll see we saved that one that we just did. If people came with here's one from Perry Belcher. If people came with a warning label, what would yours be? Such a great engagement post, right? It got fewer comments than I would anticipate, likes than I would anticipate, but I got 77 comments. So I just save this kind of stuff so that, for 2 reasons. So number one, I always have a collection of posts. We're gonna go back to her because she does this right. I always have a collection of posts that are engaging, number one. And number two, because the more you save and interact, see, I'm gonna interact, the more you interact and save posts of a certain type, the more Facebook sends you. So the more I interact with this kind of stuff, the more Facebook's just gonna flood my feed with this stuff. Thank you, Facebook, for all the engaging content that you're sending me. I'm gonna put it over here in my collections tab, and anytime I'm struggling for content, I'm gonna go right over there, and I know I've got myself a winner, right? Does that make sense? So we'll do this again. We're gonna go to this young lady's, we're gonna go to her profile, because I know she does this right. This actually happens to be one of my students. So hold on one second. All right. Infuse your life with action. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Make your own future, right? Bradley Whitford with a little emoji. So she's like, this is a really inspirational type of quote. She got 413 comments, 342. So I'm going to love it. I'm going to interact with it. And I'm going to say, I'm going to tag her. That's what you, whoops, guys, what have I done? Here we go. This is another one. I mean, she does this right? So you just want to interact. You want to tag. We're never going to get to the bottom. Tag and respond. And when you do that, that tells Facebook, hey, I'm interested. Send me more engaging content. And when you're done interacting, tagging, liking, you're going to hit save post, add to your collection. If you don't have a collection, you want to create one, hit create collection. But we want to do engaging posts. That was the collection, and boom, it's been added. So the next time I go there, I can find it. And I know that I automatically have engaging content to serve to my people. So hopefully that little quick tutorial was helpful. I see a chat. Can you back up and list all the type of post categories that I have saved in my files? Only got engaging post, competitor ads. What else do you look for? Such a good question. So yeah, I can show you some stuff. Some of it's not going to be relevant, truthfully. Some of it is going to be like just random stuff, because I've created many, many collections over time. So I'll kind of show you what's relevant, what's not. So see more. I have a WTF collection. I don't even know what's in there. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I've been using this for a long time, and you can see all the collections that I have. So people to invite to something that's not going to be relevant. Doug, I had something for Doug and Sales Funnel Mastery. I was just looking at video ads that I love. So I happen, like I was saying earlier, I happen to want to start doing paid advertising. I've been doing mostly organic or only organic up until this point. I am interested now in working more in the paid side of things. So I'm very interested in video ads right now. So I have video ads that I love. I was working with somebody in MLM. So I was trying to understand the MLM space a little better. So I was saving that to model for something. So for what it was like, maybe to model for our launch, because I just did a launch. So I was looking at launch posts. I was promoting Legendary Marketer for a while. I started in affiliate marketing. So I was doing some keyword research. This is just testimonials for my program. This is like Kapow stuff. I'm in the Liz Benny program. So I was collecting some stuff here, ways to advertise, Facebook group best practices, competitor ads, great copywriters. If I see somebody who's like a really strong copywriter, maybe they've made an organic post, or maybe it's an ads post, but I absolutely love the copy, then obviously it's going to go in there. Content ideas. If I see people posting amazing content, I'm like, ooh, that's a great idea. Like, let me jump on that. So I save, all kinds of random things into and this is like promotions, Facebook ads help, just random stuff really, that I save, because for one reason or another, I want to come back to it. I want to make sure it's top of mind. But for me, like engaging posts, that kind of stuff, that's really helpful if you're a group owner, or if you're just a Facebook marketer and you're just somebody who wants more eyeballs on your profile, because on your profile funnel, you've got an offer, right? So if you're trying to get more eyeballs, if you're trying to get more engagement, if you're trying to get more interaction, that's important to be doing, right? So hopefully that was helpful. All right, so let's see. That was great. Thanks. Woo, that makes me happy. Feel free to ask any questions while Alex is here. She'll spill all the beans. That's right. It's so true. So true. Cool. So what other questions can I answer for you guys? I am like super open and happy to answer questions. I just want to sort of show you guys that really cool tactic on, having this never ending stream of Facebook serving you engaging content. Makes life really easy. You don't have to be creative.
Well, sometimes people get really shy and asking questions. I don't know why.
It's all good. It's all good. I used to be one of the, do I use any bots? What a good question. I do. I use ManyChat, and I use ManyChat basically for, so a couple of reasons. I have it over on my business page. When you come to interact with my business page, you can, you can find out more about me. You can join the One Group Away Challenge. You can, whatever. So there's a couple of little options in that way. Also, how I like to use it is when people join my group, I'll say, hey, where can I send you this free thing? They give me an email address. So then I send via email. I say, hey, cool, so excited you're ready for your free thing. Click here to get your free thing. And that actually takes them to a messenger bot sequence that delivers the free thing. So it's my little virtual assistant. Her name is Buddy, and Buddy delivers you the lead magnet. And she's like, hey, I'm Alex's virtual assistant. Here's your lead magnet. And now you're in this sequence where, I can tell you more about me. We can like build a relationship. You can learn more. You can go buy my stuff. You can whatever. And then if I'm doing like an event, I can send out a blast and be like, hey, I'm doing this cool podcast. Come over here and listen to the podcast or whatever, that kind of thing. Or, hey, John Vaughn's in my group. Come watch my group. Like, come watch the interview. Yeah. Stuff like that.
You're going to have to interview me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Totally.
For at least this whole year, you've been doing your own thing, right? Like you've been working for yourself on the internet, right?
Yeah.
I know you have an amazing offer. We're going to get you the One Group Away Challenge.
Yep.
How close are you to the 2 Comma Club Award?
That's a really good question. So from February, March, I really started making money in March. So from March until the end of August, I was only doing affiliate marketing, none of my own products at all. On September 2nd, we launched the One Group Away Challenge. To date, we have made a little over $150,000 in 10 weeks. So that's exciting. That's fun. Prior to that, it was just affiliate marketing commission. So, and that was about 80,000, I think at that point. So, which is great for affiliate marketing, that was good for me. That was more than I had made ever in the online space. So I was happy. But yeah, owning the cart is really nice. I got to say, owning the cart is different than being an affiliate. You make a lot more money more quickly.
Having your own product, right?
Yeah. Having your own product. Exactly.
You've made in the last 10 weeks over $150,000, and you said that you don't do ads, you just do all organic. So this is clearly coming from your Facebook group, right?
Yes. That's exactly why I'm such a big proponent of Facebook groups, because you can generate, basically you've got a captive, warm audience that absolutely loves you, and that you have, I prepped these people for almost an entire year with free value before I dropped my own product. So, the relationship was strong. And then now what I'm doing now is mainly doing JV partnerships with other influencers for whom the One Group Away Challenge is just such a natural fit, right? And they're like, guys, like their audience needs this. And they're like, guys, oh my gosh, check this thing out. And then we'll split it 50-50. And like, that's how it works. So that's it. That's also working quite well.
Well, I just want to be transparent to everybody that's watching and ever watches this. I don't do affiliate shit. So if you buy from Alex, then she gets all that. That's my provide value to her, for providing value to my people is.
Yeah. That was really cool. Because guys, I offered him a link and I was like, hey, are you interested? And he's like, no, I don't do that. And I was like, wow, that's really dope, man. That's really cool. Yeah. So.
Well, I want to dive in a little bit here if you have some more time. You said that you provided content for 12 fucking months.
Not 12, but about 9 months, about 9 whole, and it was content, but it was also affiliate offers, right? It's not that I wasn't making, but it was a lot of value, some affiliate stuff. And then I decided to offer my own product and really kind of shift my focus down to Facebook groups.
Why did you come to the conclusion you had to have your own product, and why do you think that people need to have their own products?
I think that I think for me, it came down to a couple of things. Number one, I was just passionate about the topic. So I wanted to create something of my own around that topic. So that was number one. I developed a deep passion for it. And I thought, I really want to teach this. So that was kind of number one. Number two, as an affiliate marketer, you are constantly, subject to whims of the companies for which you promote, right? And when the companies for which you promote change the rules of the program or change whatever, and for some of the programs that I had been promoting, there was a lot of rule changes happening. There was a lot of confusion. There was, all kinds of stuff going on. And it was like, man, I would love to just control the cart myself and not be subject to the whims of other companies, right? Like, so that was important to me. And then just multiple streams of income. I mean, I still promote. I still have affiliate offers. I still make money. I probably make at least $1,500 to $2,000 recurring in just, every month on just affiliate offers that are just in play and they're just going, they're in my email sequence or whatever, but they're not my primary income at all.
So you would say, what would you say to people out there who are doing affiliate marketing and their whole model is to rely 100% on?
Yeah. I would say this. I would say I did it for a while, and you can without doubt, you can make money, right? Like I want to make sure that they know you can make money. It's not a dead model. It's not that you can't make money, but the question is, like, do you always want to be somebody else's hired gun? Like, do you want to control your own destiny? Because if you want to control your own destiny, then owning the cart, and here's the other thing, like putting your own fingerprint on something, putting your own stamp on something, like taking a stand in the world, like telling people who you are. That's what your product is. It's showing people who you are. It's showing like what value you can bring to, instead of just always promoting the next thing. Like you're a hired gun, which is like not bad. It's just, who do you want to be is the question. Who do you want to be in the marketplace? And I think there's a place for it. There's a place for it, but
Have you heard anything about my partner program? You know about my partner program?
I have heard about your partner program. I sure have. In fact, I work with Robert Segelquist, who is one of your partners. And what'd you say?
He's one of my lifetime partners, one of my few.
That's right. He's one of your lifetime partners. And he and I have a relationship, and he actually provides a ton of value to my One Group Away audience with your software. So we have a nice little deal going on, he and I, which is very cool. But I have heard about your partner program, and I think it's amazing because instead of being an affiliate program, it's actually like there's an ownership stake. Like that's a cool model.
Well, I don't want to promote it, but the only reason I bring it up is, like in my partner program, it's kind of like an affiliate program on steroids. But even I tell every single one of my partners that, look, don't give me all your eggs. Don't trust in John Bond for all your money. Although I'm not going to screw you over like some people would, I could. That's the point. I could, and you don't want me to control your revenue stream.
That's the thing. It's about control. Yeah. It's about controlling your own destiny at the end of the day, I think. And I think that, for every person's going to come to that decision at a different time. And like I said, I mean, I spent the bulk of this year as an affiliate marketer. I have nothing against affiliate marketing. It provided me with great income. Like it kind of saved my life at a point where I needed saving. So I will always forever be grateful. And I will always be at some level an affiliate marketer, because there's just offers and it's easy to promote and it serves my people and it fits and always. But I do love the control factor of owning my own product, and you're kind of master of your own ship at that point.
Well, it's a must, really. And I would say do the affiliate stuff. I'm stupid as shit, really, for not doing affiliate marketing. Like I should be leveraging and everything that I do, I should be doing affiliate stuff because I can make an extra $50,000 a month, and I don't do it. But yeah, I think everybody should do the affiliate stuff, but that affiliate stuff can't be your only stream of revenue. Use that to fuel your own product. Like you said, you got $1,500, $2,000 a month coming from affiliate revenue. You could use that to run your ads. Now your ads.
That's it. I mean, that's like gravy. That like covers my rent. That covers like whatever. It's just gravy. It's nice. It's just nice knowing that's coming in every month, and I don't really have to do anything for it. But yeah, Steve Larson made a great point. He was talking about affiliate marketing, like what's the role affiliate marketing should play in your business. And he was like, look, affiliate marketing, that's your lead source, right? You're getting your leads for your own product through your affiliate promotions. Like do your affiliate promotions, build your list. Obviously you're going to make some money. You're going to cover ad spend. You're going to cover your time, your effort, your whatever. And then whatever money you're making, you're using to fund like the next thing. And you're using that list to funnel into the next thing, but you got to have a next thing. You can't just have the affiliate marketing. You're like, you got to have the next thing. And so I thought that was really powerful because Steve's a massive affiliate marketer. He's huge, but he also has his own shit, right? Like most huge affiliate marketers also have their own shit. So let's see. Thank you for the example. So you said your profile funnel should have an offer. I have a soft call to action to join my group. Should I have something different? No, that's an offer, right? So what I mean by offer is call to action. So you should be giving people some way to connect with you, exchange value with you, ascend a relationship with you. And for me, same thing, join my group, right? That's the call to action. So join my group, and there it is, right? Join here. That's the call to action. You click on it, the link pops up, and boom, here you go. Join the group. So and then here we are inside of a group. And what's the pinned post? I have an offer right there in my pinned post. So, that's my monetization model and how it works. And inside of the group, we do trainings, we do interviews, we provide lots of value. There's units section, there's all kind of resources for people. And then there's opportunities to purchase, right? So
having a profile funnel is really, really nice. I mean, it's hard to be a person on the internet and not have a profile funnel. Like if you're on the internet and you don't have a profile funnel, you're doing Facebook wrong for sure. You're
doing internet marketing wrong. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm a strong believer in that. I mean, it's unused real estate. If you're not, it's real estate, man, use it. Yeah.
So I want to provide some more value to people. I want to buy your stuff for somebody out there. So I'm going to talk about your offer, and I'm going to buy 2 of them because I need one. So maybe you'll give me a deal and I'll buy more. Maybe you'll make a
I'll give you a deal. We're going to have to work with my funnel builder. We'll get you a special discount code or something, but we'll make it happen for sure. So do you want me to talk a little bit about the One Group Away Challenge?
Yeah, well, first, before you do that, I want to ask you a few other questions I was listening to, and I want to thank you so much. You provided so much fucking value to people. It's unreal. Even shit that I
totally do. No problem.
So you went in and you showed how to steal posts and steal content from people, and you essentially showed how to create a collection. So I just want to see if you could just run through that one more time so that everybody
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do, and I like that you're giving me another opportunity to do this because I'll put the legal disclaimer on this. Let me do that right now. Here's the legal disclaimer. Unless is like a quote, for like Byron Shelley, it's a quote, then you can lift it exactly. If it's not like a quote from like a book or an author or a poet or an entrepreneur or whatever, if it's like somebody's own words, rephrase that stuff. Like, don't go lifting people's posts. Like, that's not cool. I actually had somebody lift my post yesterday. I made a post and it was just a post straight from my heart. I was just like, oh, I love my life right now. Oh my God, it's amazing. Everything's like falling in line. Everything's good. Because I was just feeling like overwhelmed with emotion. I was just happy, right? You can see it right here. It says, so in love with life right now. Right place, right time, right path, right relationship. It's all falling in place. You're not going to believe this. I woke up this morning and there's a dude in my network who is a friend of mine who posted that exact same thing. And I was like, I said, what? Like, I was so confused. I was like, how is this possible? And the best part of all, one of my tribe members called him out. It was like, Alex Elliot just posted that like a couple hours ago. What are you doing? And so then he had to go back and amend it and like said Alex Elliot. But like people will just lift your shit. So don't be one of those guys. Don't lift people's shit. Like,
let me say something about that, Alex, because I personally don't give a fuck if people just go copy my stuff and just
right.
And it's not illegal, all right? Anything that you post on Facebook,
it's not illegal. You're right. It's not illegal. No, but I would say it's lazy. I would just call it lazy. It's just lazy, right?
Sure. So the reason I don't think that you should do it, although you can, and if you want to do it, you're more than welcome to do it. Like anything that you post, Alex, that's coming from your voice specifically to your audience. So if somebody steals your shit, then it's not coming from their voice. So
right. Yeah. So I would just say it's lazy. I would say it's the internet. People are going to find out. Like that girl was like, what are you doing, dude? Like it just makes you look kind of dumb. And it's so simple to rephrase into your own language. Like it's not hard, right? So unless it's like a famous quote, just kind of rephrase. It just makes it easier. So, okay, this is what we're doing. We're here. I'm going to refresh the feed. So we got fresh stuff here. Refresh the feed. Here we go. We're whoops, it's taking a little slow. Zoom like grinds my stuff to a halt. Sorry. I should probably close some of this too. Oh my God, Facebook, seriously. Woo. I don't know. Hold on. Did we lose it? Come on, Facebook. Here we are. So we're scrolling. We're looking. We're not looking for ads. Like, this is an ad. You don't want that. Come on, Facebook, baby. Come on, baby. Here we go. So I'm looking for anything that is, okay, here we go. Where there is no struggle, there is no strength. Oprah Winfrey, stay the course. So it doesn't, usually the defining factor for me is, does it have a lot of engagement, a ton of comments, a ton of things? This was just dropped 22 minutes ago. It doesn't have a ton of engagement, but I have to say this type of post will do well. I've seen it enough. I know it enough. So I would take this, hit the 3 little buttons up at the top right. You're going to hit save post right there. And you're going to go add to collection. And when you hit add to collection, either you already have a collection called engaging post, or if you don't, you scroll down to create collection right there. And you just hit create collection. You're going to name engaging posts and boom, you're good. So we're going to add it right now to engaging posts. And then to find it right here, this little tab on the left that says saved, that's all your saved collections. You'll click right over there and you'll be able to navigate through every single one of your saved collections right here on the left-hand side. So you'll see I have 35 posts inside of that engaging post collection. So I just click on that. And then here we go. That was the one we just saved, right? And then here's the Sharon Marie ones that we were saving, the Perry Belchers, you know, So Mario did one, who should pay for their job training, the employer or the employee? This is kind of like a controversial topic, right? Should the employee pay for it, for the employer pay for it? So you got 60 comments, like 20 plus, whatever. I figured that was like pretty, because sometimes engaging content can be a little bit controversial, right? You're going to find people on, you know, you give them a binary option. Anytime you give people a binary option, here's a tip. You give people a binary option, bananas, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to force the diversity of human thought into 2 camps, and it's never that simple. So one of like a few things are going to happen. You're going to have like some hardcore people in camp 1, hardcore people in camp 2, and then you're going to have a boatload of people like, I don't think anybody should be, like they're just going to be off the rails, right? It's going to be amazing. And like, so for engagement, binary questions are the best thing ever. Like chocolate or vanilla? Are you a morning person or an evening person? Coffee or tea? But like give people binary options. They go bananas every time. It's amazing. So yeah, that's
posts provide no real fucking value from what I
no, they provide no. And that's not the point. The point is not so here's the deal. These are not value posts. Value posts are value posts. These are engagement posts, totally different. So you have to understand like the job of each post is a little bit different. A value post should be a fucking bomb of value. Like you should drop some serious, like people should walk away from that post with a couple of things having changed for them. A, they learned something that's really of value, and B, like their state changed. Like emotionally, they're like, whoa, like I had an insight, like that was amazing. Oh my God, like there should be some kind of state change or knowledge state change from a value post. An engagement post is simply, A, I'm trying to get to know you better. B, I just want to know what you think on something. Like, I think that some people go too far and they do engagement baiting. Like it's like baiting of engagement. You know, if I posted something like into my group, which is about digital marketing, if I posted something completely unrelated and I was like, hey, keto or vegetarian, that's engagement baiting. My group is not about eating habits or dietary. That's just, I'm just trying to get a food fight happening inside of a thread. That's ridiculous. That's engagement baiting. So you don't want to do something that's like so off topic to engagement bait, but you do want to, I could do all kinds of entrepreneurial questions. Hey, are you guys like the grind till 4 a.m. type? Or are you guys like wake up at 4 a.m. type, right? And you're going to have people in both camps, and that's legitimate inside of my space. So you want to make sure it's relevant, but also there are ways to kind of engineer engagement.
So the whole goal with this engagement post is just to get people to engage on it so that they can see your further shit. Like whenever you drop your value post, now those people are going to see it because they've interacted with your post before.
Yeah. So there's 2 things that are happening here. when you make posts like this out in Facebook land, right? So I'm making it on my personal profile out for everybody to see on Facebook land. When you do that, the point of that type of post is to get organic reach, to get more eyeballs on your posts and on your profile funnel. That is the point of that kind of thing. When I make a post like that in somebody else's group, the point is to get more eyeballs on me and my profile funnel, right? When I make a post like that inside my group, the point is totally different. They're already in my group, right? I'm not trying to get them to my profile funnel. My profile, they're in the group. So what's the point there? The point there is to have a hyper engaged group. Why? Because Facebook itself rewards significant free traffic to hyper engaged groups. So I'm trying to intentionally engineer engagement inside of my group setting so that the overlords of Facebook will send me lots of free leads every day to join my group, right? So that's why I do it.
I feel like you should not be telling this information.
I'm giving away too many secrets here. I'm giving away too many secrets.
I feel like that, really. So, I mean, I've never done an engagement post before because I thought that they were so dumb. Like seeing people post about Brussels sprouts. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because I mean that's engagement baiting. But that's engagement baiting. So you don't want to. There's a fine line. You don't want engagement bait. You want to make it relevant to your topic clearly. Like so your software. So stay in your lane. But there's plenty binary questions you can drop in your lane, right? Plenty.
Why don't you want to? Why don't you want to engage with Facebook? What's wrong with doing that?
Well, so here's the deal. Engagement baiting is Facebook is smart enough now. The AI is smart enough to know what you're doing, and really, it kind of actually ends up backfiring, and it suppresses posts over the long term if that's what you're doing. They've actually come out with, things talking about they're cracking down on engagement baiting. So that's why you don't want it. I love it. Keep them coming. This is good. This is good. I remember those posts. Yeah. See, Irving knows, like everybody knows crappy engagement baiting posts that go on. And it just kind of makes you look a little bit, again, it's just like, nah, it's beneath you, right? Like, don't do it. It's beneath you. But you can stay in your lane and still, there's so much to talk about. Like here's one. Ready? We're in the online space. Everybody has a computer. Are you a Mac or a PC person? Go. Massive engagement. Everybody's, the Mac camp hates the PC camp. The PC camp hates the Mac camp. Have at it, right? It's that kind of thing.
Is ClickFunnels stealing your money? Yes or fucking no? That would be a good one.
There you go. There's an engagement post right there. There you go. So wait, somebody has a question. I just can't resist. Do you have a method for when you get to 5,000 friends where you drop some in order to gain new, fresh prospects? If so, can you elaborate? I think that Mr. John Vaughn might have something to say.
Well, what I do whenever I get to 5,000 friends, which I'm there right now, is once I get to 5,000 friends, right? So first, all my friends are targeted. I use the software that I custom built to go in and add targeted people, just the types of people like Alex, for example. I've targeted her friends list and I've just added a bunch of her friends up because, that's why she's on this interview with me, because she influences the type of people who buy my shit. So everybody that's on my list in the first place is a targeted avatar for me. Once I get to 5,000 people, what I do is I just fucking promote my shit hardcore every single day. I just keep promoting. I keep selling stuff and selling stuff and selling stuff. And then after I've done that for, 2 weeks or so, then I just fucking delete every single person.
It starts over.
I delete everybody. I don't do no stupid posts because it really irks me whenever I see marketers do that, because then
I don't like those posts. I don't like them at all. No, I don't like them at all. Mm-mm.
So I just delete everybody. I delete 100% of everybody. And then what happens? All right. Then I'm back at zero. And the people who are my diehard fans, those are the people who are going to engage with my shit and give me the social proof that I need. They instantly give me a friend request back. And then I go back and I do my process again. I go in and I start adding targeted people. So I just delete everybody. That's what I do.
I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna actually give you guys, can I share my screen one more time? This is gonna be, I actually looked at the clock. This is gonna be the last little value nugget I'm gonna drop for you guys. But I want to show you this process that I do. So hold on, desktop, Chrome, here we go. We're gonna share for 1 second. And so it's weird because like up here on the right, there used to be like birthdays. I don't know, Facebook's tripping. I don't even see the birthdays right here. So the other way to get to birthdays is over here on this page. Holy crap, it used to be, where's the birthdays? Look at this, Facebook is tripping. So I don't know if you guys know, but like birthdays used to be here on the left where it said explore. There are no birthdays. That's hysterical. So events, we'll go to events because I think that's where birthdays lives now. There it is. So here you go. What I do every single day, and you guys are, this is savage. This is a super savage method, but it works like a charm. So I go in and single day go, oh, have I interacted with this person in the last, 3 months? Yes or no? If yes, I send them a birthday message. If no, I delete them. So Amanda Tento, I'm sure you're a really nice person, but I don't recognize you at all. I'm going to unfriend you. Michelle Trulop, I think I have engaged with her, so we're going to leave that. Jason Adams, I'm sure you're a nice guy, but you don't look like you're into marketing. You're into your grandkids or your kids, and we haven't talked, so bye. Seth Diggs, here you go. You look like you're kind of into marketing, but we haven't really talked, so you're gone. And I just go down, literally down the line every single day. That is a part of my daily habit, daily process. So every day, like Jinsey Kelly, you're lovely, but we, I don't know, we got nothing. So we're going to unfriend here. And we just honestly every day. So, and that's it. Like that's I call it the birthday friend culling method, and just made up a random name for it. But that's how you do it. And it used to be like up here where you could find the birthdays. Now you got to go digging for the birthdays, but that's Facebook for you. But that's how I keep always under 5,000. That's the whole reason I have the amount is from John's software. There you go. Yep. Very cool. Oh my God, it's 424 where Hilton David is right now. 424, dude.
He's in Australia.
Coffee on. That's amazing.
Oh, he's been following me for a long time. He's great.
Hilton, rock on, man. Rock on. That's awesome.
So, Alex Elliot, you're fucking the best lesbian I've ever met in my life. I want to kiss you.
I need a t-shirt. Best lesbian ever.
I'm gonna send you one of these hats, actually.
Dude, I would love one. I'll totally wear it. I love it.
I'm so glad that we've done this interview and you've provided all this value. It's been great. I'm glad that you've opened up and I got to, learn more about you. So I'm actually late for my next interview, but I just pushed it back 30 minutes so that I have some time to go in and essentially what I want to do is talk about your offer and figure out how people can go buy your shit and what do you have for sale and how can I buy it right now for myself and somebody else that's
sweet. You rock so hard. So here's what
before you tell me about it, let's come up with, I want to buy your thing that you're about to tell us for somebody that's either on this Zoom or on this live, but how do I pick who I buy it for? How would you recommend I pick who I buy it
Oh my gosh, such a good question. Here's what we're gonna do. So we have people on 2 platforms, right? We have people on 2 platforms. All right, so we need to make it fair. Like that's one thing. Or like, I don't know. I'm trying to, here's what we'll do. This is what we'll do. Buy one for one person on the Zoom and buy one for one person on the live. And I'm going to give you a free copy because I like you. How's that?
Awesome. So
does that work?
How
do we pick? How about a trivia question? Do you have like a crazy trivia question? And if whoever gets it right first gets it. Like, do you have a crazy trivia?
No, I don't.
I know. Oh, but they would have had to be watching. I was going to say, what was the name of the beach where I took showers when I was homeless? Whoever answers that first.
I don't know.
It was in Chicago. You're never going to get it. Or it's too obscure. Dude, I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later just to know everybody here on Zoom. One of you guys, I'm going to buy you Alex's stuff. And all you people on Facebook, one of you guys, I'm going to buy you.
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm going to make a conscious decision based on your guys' input, showing me that you want whatever Alex has to offer. So you just do
there you go.
You need to do to win this.
There you go. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm pulling up, I was actually just pulling up the link while we were doing this. So here's the deal. I am just like wildly passionate about Facebook groups, as you guys have seen during this interview. And I've poured like my heart and soul into this challenge. And actually I just got off a call this morning with my team. We have so much more stuff planned, like just stupid amounts of content that's about to go into this challenge. And like the price is not going up, guys. Like it's ridiculous. It's going to stay where it is. And we're just going to keep pummeling the crap out of you with amazingness so that you just, because here's the deal. I give a shit about one thing, like your results. if I cared about like charging what this product was worth, it would be a lot more than it is. I care so much about your results. Why? Because I want your testimonials. I'm going to be really upfront with you. I'm in testimonial building phase. I want 100 or more video testimonials where people are like, oh my freaking God, I killed it with this challenge. And the only way I get those video testimonials is if you're legit getting the results I want you to get, right? Like that's it. We all have to win. So super transparent, super upfront. That's how I feel. So I'm just going to like keep supporting you. It's why I show up every week for a Q&A, and we don't get off the call sometimes for 2 hours until everybody's obstacles have been pushed down and everybody's like questions have been answered and we're getting everybody moving, right? That's just part of it. So anyhow, this challenge, like I said in the beginning, it's all about building your Facebook group, growing it, attracting the right people into it, serving your face off, actually serving them the content that they want, engaging the pants off of this group so that Facebook sends you so many leads you don't even know what to do with, setting up like your email, the bot, like all that stuff. We talk about all that. And then the holy grail of everything, it's the monetization, the automation, the outsourcing. We're going to talk to you. Some of the content I'll be dropping into the group very shortly is all about like all the SOPs, the VAs, like how you literally get this bad boy to run almost on its own to where you're just showing up like once or twice a week, like the king on the hill, doing your cool live, and like, that's it, right? Everything else is running in the background by itself. That's the point. We're going to get this bad boy to like a well-oiled machine that makes you money, that serves your people really well, doesn't destroy your life in the meantime, right? Because a group done wrong, you can spend 14 hours a day and be a slave to your group. And that's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're trying to accomplish. So this is the One Group Away challenge. We have monetization scripts so that, because I know there's a lot of people who are like, I don't know how to go live and what to say and how to sell, and like it feels scary. So we have scripts for you. So like you don't even have to think. They're templatized. So you just plug in whatever product or service it is that you offer. And I don't care if it's in the diet space, in the software space, in the relationship space, like it doesn't matter. It'll all work, right? It doesn't matter if it's an online business, an offline business. It all kind of works the same with the same principles. We talk about, ascending the relationship from, like I was talking about, the free relationship to the paid relationship, right? And how you can make that ascension so natural, so easy. It doesn't even feel like selling, right? Like I've been selling my OGAC product, like the One Group Away challenge, since September 2nd. And there's not like a nanosecond that has felt like, I found it. I love it. So there's not like a single nanosecond that has actually felt like selling. So yeah, this is it. This is the link right there. It's onegroupaway.co/OGAC-challenge-offer. So that is the link. And Mr. John Vaughn is going to get himself a free copy, and 2 of you guys are going to get yourselves copies. So let me real quick see if there's any questions. Yes, please grab some valuable nuggets. Sweet, Josh. That makes me so happy. Testimonial for tier 5. Woo woo. Yeah, tier 5 is awesome. Really, really cool. I sell my last tier 5, 19 tier 5 accounts for Black Friday. Yeah, baby. Love it. Oh, she's saying something like she's going to sell her accounts for it. I think we need to do a badass video testimonial for Alex and John's live video. That's awesome. Oh, I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
You said that's why you don't charge so much for this, right?
Yeah, because I'm just looking for testimonials. That's it. Like I just want testimonials, but I don't want fake testimonials. Like I want you guys to actually show me your Stripe account, show me your ClickFunnels affiliates, show me whatever you're doing. Like I want to see direct results from what I teach you. I want you to go balls to the wall. I want you to implement the crap out of it, and then I want you to get those results. And then I want you to hit me up in the DMs and be like, "Yo, look what I just did," and I'll be like, "Yo, that's amazing. Let's do this." Testimonial time. Boom. Like that's my only ask. That's all I care about.
That's so valuable, and that's gold right there. Like that's something that you just teach people that. Like if you have an offer, then give people a discount for social credits, because you're going to make more money from those social credits than you will from, what do you
honestly. So right now I charge $497. I've had actually, so Liz Benny is my coach, and Liz Benny has looked at the offer and she lost her freaking mind. She was like, "Are you joking me? This is only $497." She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I'm collecting testimonials. At some point, I'll put it up to where it should be. But right now it's, there's over 42 days of content in there. It's like, it's amazing for, for $497.
What did your coaches tell you you should charge for it?
1997. Yeah, 1997.
Right? But you're offering it for $500, right? $497, and you're smart enough to realize that if you do that, the social credits that you get from that is going to make you so much more money in the long run.
On the back end, yeah, absolutely. Because they said I'm not going anywhere, right? You asked me like, where am I in terms of the 2CC club? It's not going to happen this year, but I'm intending that it happens next year, right? So at this point, I'm in results collection mode, and by next year, at some point, we're looking to relaunch at $997 and then continue, moving up the value spectrum as we have the testimonial.
Well, this is how much I've enjoyed this. I haven't bought anybody else's offers so far, Alex, everybody, and I've interviewed now like at least 15 people, and I'm not.
Oh, dude, you're amazing.
I'm buying 2 years, so I'm gonna get you $1,000 closer to the 2CC.
You're amazing, my friend. And then I'm gonna get you a free copy for being so cool for your people. Really.
Just tell me
cool.
how I can do this. Like if I go in and buy 2, how can I provision who gets this?
Yeah, no problem. So all you do is like just buy at that link right there. And then what I want you to do is like just DM me and be like, hey, here's this person and their email address, and this person and their email address. Like just shoot me the names and the emails, and we'll make sure we get those accounts set up for them and get them all hooked up.
Do you have like a minute to go over this offer and what we get?
I do. We can go. Yeah. So we have, so basically what's going on here is you get 11 plus hours, and that actually needs to be updated because there's more than that. That just hasn't, it's actually a graphic. It's not something I can go in and individually edit, but yeah, so there's definitely more than 11 hours of video training from moi. You get a roadmap that like literally shows you every step of the process that I'm going to be taking you on and exactly where you are in that process. You're going to get this incredible course workbook. I had so many people reach out and be like, I would pay you for a printed and bound version of this thing. It's so valuable. Like, and we're not there yet. We're not printing and binding them out just yet, but it's a highly, that's where the magic happens inside of that workbook. It's really cool. You're going to get all of our like post templates, our content templates. I have, I think over, so 37 plus 14, whatever 37 plus 14 is, those are the different types of post templates that I have for you. And I go, okay, here, these are the types of posts that you need to be making and modeling, right? So you don't have to guess. These are the types of posts that actually stick. They actually hit. These are the, you're going to get engagement if you just model these posts. You're going to get lifetime access to small group coaching with me. Guys, like I said, like this is not going anywhere. This is not the one funnel away challenge. We don't delete the group and kick everybody out when it's done. Like it's never done. It's a self-paced challenge. It's called challenge, but it doesn't start unless you start, right? So when you start, it starts. We have a Facebook group where we're there to support you for the long run. It's not just me, it's myself, it's my business partner, Callum Ewing. And we have a dedicated Facebook Lives coach. So she coaches you on going live because I know that a lot of people are scared. Like they're not comfortable on video. Totally get that. So we provide a safe space for you to come, for you to like, get your feet wet. And we have this amazing Facebook Lives coach who I've literally seen her take people from so scared and so timid and like freaking out on camera to now they're like flipping superstars. They're doing all their own interviews and they're just showing up and shining. And it's like the transformation is just shocking. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, it's a personal transformation in addition to like, we're not just doing groups here, right? We're also doing personal transformation. So we've also got a group launch checklist. So you never miss anything before you launch your group. We've got 30 proven done for you engagement posts. So those types of engagement posts I was showing you, I've got 30 for you to just rock with right out of the gate. We've got the Facebook Live scripts for basically selling without selling. It's like sales as service. So it doesn't even feel like selling. You're actually providing a ton of value. And then at the end, it's a very soft, hey, if you'd like to know more, boom, check this out, right? Super simple stuff. We get you a free group convert license, and that is through Mr. Robert Segelquist because he's so stinking cool. One of John's lifetime tier 5 partners. And then massive discounts on other amazing Facebook group related software, including John Vaughn's Friend Connector. So yeah, we got, and Link Wizard too, actually. We've got a couple of years in there. For sure. So we've got some incredible discounts through Mr. Robert Segelquist, who's been just so kind to us. So yeah, it's just a boatload of value for only $497. So we're doing our best to keep it reasonable. And that actually,
private Facebook
that isn't even
for students.
Yeah.
There's a private group for only the people who bought this, you're saying. Are you fucking
Oh
kidding?
yeah, we have a Facebook group for only the people who bought this. Exactly. And inside of that Facebook group, I go live every Friday at 12 noon Eastern for as long as it takes to get all of your questions answered. So, I mean, we sit there, we hash it out, y'all. I jump in, we share screens, we do whatever it takes to get every roadblock obliterated. I tell them, I see my job as being your roadblock obliterator. Like I want, like I said, like results are what I'm after. So whatever I can do to obliterate your roadblocks, that's what we're doing.
How many people are in that paid group right now?
Right now, somewhere close to 500, but I haven't checked lately.
So
I don't know.
Around 500 fucking people. Are you kidding me? Like, I want to stress this a lot to anybody that ever watches this, that's watching it right now or ever watches it in the future. You should fucking buy this. Fuck the fact that she's packed it with so much value. You should buy this just to get, you know how valuable it is to get access to a group of people that you know have already spent $500 on improving themselves. It's like, there's a group of
buyer leads. It's buyer leads. Let's be honest. Those are buyer leads right there. A buyer is a buyer is a buyer, right? Like, let's be honest, right?
I've made at least $200,000 on Facebook just by joining people's paid groups. And I don't even take their course. I just buy their course to get access to their group, and then I go in and
friend all the people in the group. I've done it. I did the same thing with KBB. I bought into KBB, and I was like, anybody who's going to spend $2K on a course, like, I want to be their friend, right? Because I know, like,
no,
just is what it is.
They've got the money, they're pre-qualified, and they're already investing in themselves. So if you guys are on the fence about this, you should join it just for the paid group. All right.
Just for the, yeah. It's $500 for access to buyer leads. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I just did the calculation. It was like, where did my calculator go? It was less than $1 a lead. So
you're right. It's less than $1 a lead. No, it's a steal for leads. Absolutely. Like, you can't even get those kind of leads. You can't even get a solo ad lead like that. And the solo ad leads are trash. So yeah.
Am I going to get hit with an upsell right after this?
So yeah. So here's the deal. Here's what you need to expect. You need to expect 3 one-time offers in the funnel. So don't take any of them. You know, it's not necessary. They're simple convenience offers. So if you're interested, we have what's called the Time Saver Toolbox. Just makes your life as a Facebook group owner significantly easier. We also have like a bundle. It's like an organization bundle where you get all of my Trello workflows. So you get everything you have to do every single day of the week to like stay on top of managing your group. And then we do the third one-time offer is, if you would like us to, if you don't have funnel scripts and you would like me to leverage my funnel scripts account for you, we will do like so a custom interview script for you. So when you do your first interview, you have all the questions to ask. We'll do a custom testimonial script for you, so you actually know how to effectively ask for testimonials from your people, because it's a very important part of the process. And then number 3, we'll do a custom ask campaign for your group for you to help you elicit from your group exactly what they want to learn. So yeah, if you don't have funnel scripts, those are very valuable, upsells, simply because you're leveraging our account. You don't have to go buy it. It's significantly cheaper just to leverage us than it is to actually go buy, $100 worth of funnel scripts or whatever it is. So yeah.
So is this what you would consider your high ticket offer?
This is right now my only offer. So this is like the first step in my value ladder. And then obviously it's the $497 up front. And then there's a $97 order bump, or excuse me, $47 order bump. It's a $97 OTO1, $197 OTO2, and $297 OTO3. And then I don't yet have a high ticket offer on the back end. So what I've got in place of that is I invited Andrew Cruzy and Grant Eilertson, his top sales guy, to come in and do some interviews and trainings with me and inside of the OGAC. So you get those free trainings. And at the end of that, there is a pitch for their Authority Accelerator program, which I think is like, I don't know, $6,000 or something like that. And I get a commission off that. So it's an affiliate offer as a high ticket backend, just because I haven't built out my high ticket offer yet.
Well, what I like to do with everybody I interview is try to just map this out.
Yeah.
What's your free thing? Like what?
So I give, if you just go right now to onegroupaway.co, like nothing else, just go there. You'll see I have a free case study that I give away. And this is the case study on my mentor. He grew his Facebook group to 100,000 members in 6 months. And he is up to, at the time of that printing, was up to 300,000 a month off of like 100,000 Facebook group members. So it's a case study. And then there is no low ticket. It just goes case study to $497 product. And then no continuity right now. And then high ticket is just the high ticket is an affiliate offer for Andrew Cruz's Authority, the accelerator.
So what's your plan?
So this is like the mid ticket. This would be like a mid ticket offer.
What do you have plans for a low ticket and continuity? Because I feel like you're leaving a lot of money on the table by not offering.
Yeah, honestly, we have some plans. This morning we were actually talking about some different things. We have, for the lower ticket offers, we're going to be throwing master classes in. So I do have one master class right now that I've already filmed. And we did that for $97. It's going to be $97 for the month of November. And then we're relaunching it for $197. And it goes into like a masterclass vault. And I'm just going to keep filming masterclasses that'll go into that vault. And, we'll give people a la carte access, or if they want to pay a price, like an ongoing monthly price, something like that, we'll do that. But, yeah, I'm still building stuff out.
I would love to see you have something like this, because I think it would be valuable for you. This is my free training. So this is my free offer. It's training on what I do every day to make, consistently $50,000 a month plus on Facebook. So
I love it.
Right after that, I have a low ticket continuity offer at $7 a month.
Right? I pay you $7 a month. I love your $7 a month offer. I pay that to you.
No shit, I have over 1,000 people that pay me $7 a month. That's over $7,000 a month that comes in, and I don't really have to do
I need something like this. This is amazing. Thank you for stimulating this thought. I'm going to make a note.
Leaving so much money on the table. Like literally, I've had people that come in and so right after this offer, I hit you with the only coaching program that I have. It's a 12-week
right.
Work with you. It's $3,000. And people aren't going to just go in and give me $3,000 until they know me. So for me to have the $7 a month, it bridges that gap. And then I have people that, they pay me the $7 a month, and then they go through my training, and they've already crossed the transactional bridge, which is the hardest thing for me to do. And they come
hardest thing. Yep.
$3,000. So I feel like you have this $500 thing, and even right now, there's people who want your shit, Alex, and they're not ready to give you $500.
They're not ready to do it. I got it. I'm with you. I love it, and I love the price point. It's a no-brainer for people. And I'm certain that I could put something together on a monthly basis that would give value above and beyond what I'm giving in my, like just find that sweet spot, right? For, I love it. I love it.
I think if you had this 9 months ago, right, where you would be at, you would have an extra
absolutely
$4,000 or $5,000 a month coming in.
Absolutely. No, you're 100% right. And I actually, it's funny, I'm in Kim Dang's Chrome Boss, have not yet developed the extension, have a bunch of ideas for an extension, but I feel like an extension would fit, like a Facebook groups extension that helped you, knock over one domino in your day in your Facebook group. Like that would help.
I will give you your ideal for an extension that will go perfect with what you're doing with your group. All right. So if you want to hit me up offline, I'll give you that ideal just to build a relationship with you.
You're amazing.
That ideal, you can have them develop it, and it will be perfect for you. Literally.
Dude, that would be like, you don't even know, like.
So Alex, this has been fucking great. I've really enjoyed this.
Brilliant, dude. Brilliant.
Anything you want to say before I tell these people on Facebook to catch me in the next one that's going to start in like 10 years?
No, I just want to thank you guys. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. We've been like jamming for almost 2 hours. We've been killing it. And I have enjoyed this immensely. Thank you John, for like going where most people don't. I love it. I love how you just went at it with the questions in the beginning, and thanks for inviting me into that space of authenticity and honesty and just letting me be and share with your people. And yeah, it's good. Really good. And I'm glad that you and I got a chance to know each other better. So it's cool.
I am too. So this has been great. I'm gonna leave Facebook real quick.